Bonjour mes petits amis, et bienvenue à notre spectacle dans le futur. Ce jour nous... Oh, sorry. Someone's been messing with my language settings. Merde. So, as I was saying, welcome to our little internet show about cliches. If you're here because you're a big fan of cliches, well, that makes one of us. I personally think they're the work of the devil and should be banished to the deepest pit of hell. And in today's show, we're taking a look at one of the most detestable specimens, the superhero. I'm lost for words that people actually use this cliche. So I'll hand over to our first guest to share their words instead.
Our fascination with beings more powerful than ourselves is something that runs deep throughout our history. The ancient Greek gods and their offspring aren't that different to modern-day superheroes and supervillains if you replace the capes for togas. So when a company refers to themselves as the superheroes, the message that they're conveying is that they've got the extraordinary powers to come in and save the day. It paints them as the saviours and us the mere mortals. Like we all need saving anyway.
I've never really been one for comic books. And I'd prefer not to be sold something by a man in bright lycra. Unless, of course, he's selling bright lycra.
Well, I'm sorry to say that you're about to enter a spandexy hell right now, because here's a superhero cliche in all its glory.
It's amazing. This cliche itself actually is its very own superpower. And it's the power to piss me off that anybody could be so f***ing stupid as to think that this cliche was at all acceptable to use in their idea.
Ooh, seems like this is a cliche that gets the creative people riled up. I wonder why that is.
The superhero, it's great. The go-to concept when creativity has died.
Wouldn't it be great if we all had the superpower of mega creativity? But I'm not looking for that. You know, all I want is the very average power of a little bit of pride in your work. And then we wouldn't get terrible ideas like this, would we?
Aside from the fact that the analogy is purely fictional, is it even a good idea for a business to describe themselves as a superhero?
Not even Superman was a superhero all the time. Think Clark Kent, spent most of his time out of lycra, holding a day job. In business, it's probably more likely that the mild-mannered alter ego to Superman is the guy putting in the long hours, doing the smart thinking. Now that's heroic in my book.
But no one tells stories or writes songs about the person that just did the mundane, tedious stuff. Everyone wants to be a rock star these days and get their 15 minutes of YouTube fame.
Digital has given people power they never had before. The power to communicate with anyone instantly, the ability to buy things just at the flick of your finger, whether you need it or not, and the ability to stalk former partners in a socially acceptable kind of way. But digital has not given people the power to come up with better analogies than this.
Hey, look, nobody! It's Zero Impressions Man! And I can hardly be bothered to see who he's with. It's Very Little Impact Woman.
Man, this episode was painful. So if you're currently working on a concept that includes a superhero, we're asking you to stop where you are. Take a step back and come up with a better idea. Until then, I'll be right here weeping in a corner and questioning my life choices. Bye for now.
Bulbs! Chalky light bulb, nice. Oh no,
Somebody get me a bucket. Seriously, I need a bucket. I'm going to be sick. This is...
Hello, beautiful viewer. I've got to say, you're looking ravishing today. But I think you've got some spinach stuck in your teeth. Either that or you really need to see a dentist. In case you're not familiar with this show already, it's the one where we single out overused cliches and then ask some experts what they think of them. Usually they don't think too much of them and turn it into a bitch slapping session. But that's what makes it fun. In this episode, we'll be ganging up on the terrible cliche that is the stop.